While the righteous owner vows to protect, the evil one vows to snatch. Welcome to Psalm 178 of chapter 3 of the Holy Quran. Yes, of section 18 of chapter 3 of the Holy Quran. Let's go. Wala, yes, wala yuhsabanna allazina kafaru innama numli lahum khayrun li anfusihim. Let not the unbelievers think that our respite to them is good for themselves, anfusihim, for themselves, anfusihim. Inama tumli lahum liyazdadu. Inama tumli lahum liyazdadu ithman. We grant them respite that they may grow in their iniquity, ithman. Walahum azabun muhinun, but they will have a shameful punishment. Muhinun, shameful. Azabun, punishment. Note 480 is against the respite, giving respite. Note 480. That the cup of their iniquity may be full stop. The appetite for sin grows with what it feeds on. The natural result is that the sinner sinks deeper into sin. If there is any freedom of will, this naturally follows, though God's grace is always ready for the repentant. In other words, the respite is not only for the sin to grow. Perchance also you might repent. It's like an alcoholic. You take some today, tomorrow you like more, the next day you like more. But for those who are supposed to be well guarded by God, they may withdraw. One or two people may warn them, hey, stop it. It won't take you anywhere. And then they may listen and stop. Okay. If the grace is rejected, the increase of iniquity makes the nature of iniquity plainer to those who might otherwise be attracted by its glitter. Full stop. The working of God's law is therefore both just and merciful. See also the next verse. Yeah, and we are going right there. And that's 179. Mankana Allahu liyuzzara. Sorry, Mankana Allahu liyazzara al-mu'minina ala ma antum alayhi hatta yamiza al-habita min al-tayyibi. Habita, tayyibi, good. Habita, evil. Okay. وَمَا كَانَ اللَّهُ لِيَزَّرَ. God will not leave al-mu'minin, the believers, in the state in which we are now. Ala ma antum alayhi, hatta, until yamiza al-habita min al-tabibi, until he separates what is evil, habita, from what is good, tabibi. وَمَا كَانَ اللَّهُ لِيُطْلِقَكُمْ عَلَى غَيْبِ. Nor will God disclose to you the secrets of the unseen. Whoever you are, he will not. The Pope, the Imam of the world, the chief of the town, the president, he won't. He won't tell you. He will just come at once. Paktatam. Okay. Uh, let me see if I can repeat it. وما كان وما كان الله ليطلع reveal. Let me see. Yes, disclose. ليطلع here is disclose. It's about the same. وما كان الله ليطلع على غيبه unseen ولكن الله ولكن الله يجتبي من رسوله من يشاء. Pardon me, I will take it again. ولكن الله يجتبي من رسوله من رسوله uh, من يشاء. Uh, but he discloses of his messengers whom he pleases. He discloses of his messengers whom he pleases. Man yasha. فآمنوا بالله ورسوله. فآمنوا بالله ورسوله. So believe in God and his messengers. So it should be رسوله. Yeah, yeah, it's رسوله. فآمنوا بالله ورسوله. Uh, وإن تؤمنوا و- وإن تؤمنوا وتتقوا فلكم أجر عظيم. فلكم أجر عظيم. وإن تؤمنوا وتتقوا فلكم أجر عظيم. And if ye believe and do right, تؤمنوا believe and do right, وتتقوا فلكم أجر عظيم. Ye have a great reward without measure. So here, Ajrun Azimun, Ajrun is reward. Azimun here is interpreted as without measure. Mm. Uh, one note 1 8 notes 181 and notes 481 and then 482. 481 is from uh, uh, separating evil from good. Separating evil from good. 181. The testing of good men by calamities and evil men by leaving them in the enjoyment of good things is part of the trials of God. Very difficult to understand, isn't it? And the believer will rather be bombarded with tests, calamities, or let's put it into brackets, calamities. But the evil man doesn't know what calamities is generally. He will always be enjoying, tearing chicken and whopping and galloping beer and laughing, ho, 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 ho. But the evil man, before you, oh, your child is sick. Huh? We have to take him to the hospital. The man say, "Yay, I'm dead, and I have no money." You see him running up and down. It's test. Hmm? It's test from God. Hmm? In which, sorry, let me take it again. The testing of good men by calamities and evil men by leaving them in the enjoyment of good things is part of the trials of God, in which some freedom of choice is left to man. The psychological and subjective test is unfailing, and the separation is effected partly by the operation of the human wills, WILLS, of the human wills. Of the human wills, to which some freedom is allowed, full stop, but it must be effected. if only in the interest of the good. If only in the interest of the good. Now we go to 482, the second note to the same sign, 179, and it concerns the unseen. Unseen. Man in his weak state would be most miserable if he could see the secrets of the future or the secrets of the unseen. Yes, we would be miserable. Hmm? We would be very miserable because you lie down and before you realize, you see yourself being hit by a car. At once, you are finished there. That's the unseen. You see it plainly and you know that it is you. How would you feel? Will you sleep? Will you eat? Will you cry? Will you visit friends? You'll be restless. You'll be very miserable. And whether you like it or not, you go. So for us not to see the unseen is part of the mercy of God. Hmm? Okay. Future or the secrets of the unseen. But things are revealed to him from time to time as may be expedient for him by messengers chosen for the purpose. Full stop. Our duty is to hold fast by faith and lead a good life. We go to sign 483. No, no, that's rather, let's note 483. We now go to the next sign, and the next sign will be sign 180. Yes, 180. And each note is 483. Pardon me. Wala yasabanna allazina yubhaluna wala yasabanna allazina allazina yabhaluna bima atahum Allahu min fadlihi huwa khairan. I pause. Let me see if I can join the two parts together. Wala yasabanna allazina yubhaluna bima atahum Allahu min fadlihi huwa khairan lahum. Huwa khairan lahum. And let not those who covetously withhold of the gifts which God hath given them of his grace think that it is good for them. Yasabunna huwa khairan lahum, that is good for them. Huwa sharun lahum, nay, it will be the worst for them. So when you hold fast to what God has given you, nobody should touch it. You won't give anybody anything. You think it's good for you, it's rather bad for you. Walakinna sharing lahum sayutawakuna ma bakhilu bihi. ويزهون ما بخلوا به يوم القيامة. Pardon me, sometimes I don't read well. يوم القيامة. Soon it will be tied to their necks. Soon it will be tied to their necks. Sayut wakunna, tied to their necks. Ma yuhilu bihi. It will be sooner. I say soon. Let's see. I think soon. Soon it will be tied to their necks like a twisted collar. Like a twisted collar on the day of judgment. Yom al Qiyamati. Ma bakhilu bihi Yom al Qiyamati. Like a twisted collar on the day of judgment. Note 483 now. Now we go to 483. I mentioned it when we weren't there yet. So 483 now. And what is it against? Greece, his Greece. The I think there are three notes here: 483, 484, and 485. So let's go to 483 first. It's against Greece. 483, note 483. The gifts are of all kinds, material, such as wealth, property, strength of limbs, etc., or intangible gifts, such as influence, birth in a given set, intellect, skill, insight, etc., or spiritual gifts of the highest kind. Full stop. The spending of all these things into brackets, apart from what is necessary for ourselves, apart from what is necessary for ourselves, brackets close. Okay, let me read without the brackets and see if it will make sense. The spending of all these things for those who need them is charity and purifies our own character. Full stop. The withholding of them is similarly greed and selfishness and is strongly condemned. We have brackets there. Let me insert the brackets and read. Hmm? The withholding of them apart from our needs, that's in brackets, is similarly greed and selfishness and is strongly condemned. So you have an intellect. You have been, you're going to be used, let's say you are a professor. What do you do with it? You have to teach with, you have to teach others. So it's a natural process. We think it's for nothing. It's God who has made things that way. You have to teach others. And when you withhold it, what do you gain? You don't gain anything. You even forget everything. So this is a natural phenomenon. Mm. You even forget everything. And that was note 483, the first note to sign 180. We go to the second note, sign note 484, which is against being tied to their necks like a twisted collar. Collar is Collar. Mm. By an apt metaphor, the miser is told that his wealth or the other gifts which he hoarded will cling round his neck and do him no good. Full stop. He will wish he could get rid of them, but he will not be able to do so. I like the metaphor. Hmm? Something please your neck. You keep your wealth like you at the time you like to and lose them, and you can't. Hmm? Not able to do so. Full stop. According to the biblical phrase, in another connection, they will hang like a they will hang like a milestone round his neck. Matthew XVII. I think that's 18. Matthew XVII and then 6. No, I don't think it's milestone. Pardon me. I think millstone. Mm. It's spelled Millstone. Mm. So they will hang like a millstone round his neck. Mm. Pardon me, viewers. Sometimes I make silly mistakes or mistakes out of ignorance, if you like. Mm. So I've spelled it for you. Then full stop. The metaphor here is fuller, Fuller, full stop. He had his wealth or his gifts about him. Yes, about him, around him, mm, about him. They will become like a heavy collar. They become like a heavy collar, the badge of slavery around his neck. They will be tied, right, and twisted and pulled, very firmly pulled. They will be tied, uh, but the second part is my own. They will be they will be tied and twisted. Mm. They will be tied and twisted, and they will give him pain and anguish instead of pleasure. Mm. You have your wealth. What do you do with it? You say nobody should chop some. You lie bad. Huh? Somebody will chop some. Your relatives. Because wealth artists never get somebody satisfied. You like more. You have to employ people. Mm. If anything at all in the long run, you just die and leave it for ordinary people to come and enjoy and enjoy. Mm. Uh, and they will give him pain and anguish instead of pleasure. Compare also 27:13. Compare also 27:13. That's XVY. Let's see if we can do that. No, 17 rather. 17:13. Let's see if we can do that. 17:13. 17:13. Yeah, we are there. Every man's fate we have fastened on his own neck. That's wonderful. That's the comparison. Every man's fate we have fastened on his own neck. On the day of judgment, we shall bring out for him a scroll which he will see spread open. And that is the comparison between 17:13 and then 383, 180. Mm. Uh, Let me see. Okay, let's finish the notes. We go to note 485 now. Yes, we go to note 485. What is it against heritage? Heritage. Mm. To God belongs the heritage of the heavens and the earth. Mm. They are His already, but we think it is ours. So one day He will take His own things back. Mm. Okay, 485. Another metaphor is now introduced. Full stop. Material wealth or property is only called ours, yes, during our short life here. Full stop. So all gifts are ours in trusts only. He has only entrusted them to us only for a brief period of time. Ajila musamma, it is said in other parts of the Quran. In our interest only. They ultimately revert to God, to whom belongs all that is in the heavens and on earth. And that was note 485, the third note to sign 180. It ends section 18 of chapter 3 of the Holy Quran. We will pause here. I think my mouth needs some rest, so I will pause here and come back in the next episode, God willing, where we will be going to section 19, which begins with sign 181. Thank you very much. Ilalkai, Baba, Au revoir. May God be with you all.